An entire Roman legion, thousands of men, vanished from the pages of history. No graves, no records, no survivors. Some believe they were wiped out in a bloody ambush on Rome's frontier. Others claim they marched far beyond the empire's borders, all the way into the heart of China. This is the story of Rome's lost legion, a tale of mystery, history, and legend that has fascinated scholars and adventurers for centuries. To understand the mystery, we must go back to the beginning. The Ninth Legion, known as Legio IX Hispana, was one of the most battle-hardened units of Rome. Formed in the late Republic, they fought under Julius Caesar during his conquest of Gaul. They earned their name Hispana after years of service in Spain. 4 generations, they were Rome's iron fist, pushing the empire's boundaries further and further. By the 1st century AD, the Ninth Legion had gained both glory and scars. They were sent to Britain during Emperor Claudius's invasion in 43 AD. For decades, they fought against fierce Celtic tribes, facing guerrilla warfare, ambushes, and rebellion. They were not invincible. The legion had been nearly destroyed more than once. But each time, Rome rebuilt it. The Ninth became a symbol of resilience, until, suddenly, it was gone. The last clear record of the Ninth Legion comes from around 120 AD. They were stationed in Britain, guarding the northern frontier, where the Great Wall of Emperor Hadrian would later be built. And then, silence. Their name disappears from Roman lists of active legions. No victories, no defeats, nothing. It was as though an entire army, perhaps 6,000 men, had simply vanished from history. What happened to the Ninth? Historians have argued for centuries. One theory suggests they were destroyed by a massive tribal uprising in Britain. The northern tribes were fierce, and Rome often struggled to control them. A legion cut off from reinforcements could have been slaughtered. If the defeat was too humiliating, perhaps Rome tried to erase it from memory. Another theory moves the story to the European mainland. Some records hint that parts of the Ninth may have been sent to Germany or the Netherlands. There, they could have fallen in battle against barbarian tribes. But there is another possibility, one far stranger and far more legendary, that the Ninth was redeployed east, beyond Rome's borders, and ended up thousands of miles away, in China. At first, this might sound impossible. Rome and China were 2 great empires at opposite ends of the world. Could Roman soldiers really have reached the Middle Kingdom? But history tells us that East and West were not as disconnected as we imagine. Through the Silk Road, goods, ideas, and even people traveled between Rome and China. Roman glassware has been found in Chinese tombs. Chinese silk was highly prized in Rome. So perhaps, just perhaps, soldiers too could have made that journey. The most famous clue comes not from the Ninth, but from another Roman disaster, the Battle of Carrhae in 53 BC. Here, Rome's general Crassus led his army into Parthia, in modern-day Iran. His legions were crushed, and thousands of Romans were captured. Some of these prisoners may have been forced east, used as mercenaries by their captors. Chinese records from the Han Dynasty speak of strange foreign soldiers who fought in a unique fish-scale formation, a description that closely resembles the Roman testudo, the shield wall formation. Could these have been Romans, pushed further and further east, until they reached China? The most fascinating clue lies in a small town in China called Liqian. For centuries, locals here have told stories of their unusual ancestry. Many of the villagers were taller, with lighter hair, higher noses, and European features uncommon in the region. Legends grew that they were descendants of Roman soldiers who settled there centuries ago. Some modern researchers conducted DNA studies, and while results showed traces of European ancestry, they were not conclusive. Still, the mystery lingers. Why did this isolated community look different? And why did Chinese records describe foreign warriors fighting like Romans? So, were these men truly the Ninth Legion? Most historians are cautious. The timelines don't match perfectly, and the evidence is thin. The legion that vanished in 120 AD may never have reached Asia at all. But the idea is compelling. A lost army wandering far beyond its empire, absorbed into another civilization. Perhaps the story of the Ninth became blended with older tales of Roman prisoners from Carrhae. Perhaps Liqian's unusual people are proof of migration and trade, not a single vanished legion. And yet, there remains just enough mystery, just enough coincidence, to keep the legend alive. So what really happened to Rome's lost legion? Were they slaughtered on a lonely battlefield in Britain? Ambushed in the forests of Europe? Or did they march east, beyond the edge of Rome's maps, and find a strange new home under foreign skies? The truth may never be known, but legends have power, and the story of the Lost Legion endures as a haunting reminder. Even the mightiest empire can lose its soldiers and its secrets to the sands of time. What do you think happened to the Lost Legion? Were they destroyed, or did they live on in China? Share your theory in the comments below. And if you love mysteries of history and legends, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more untold stories of the past.